Alright, so I believe this is recording. We're solving triangles. We're using law of sines and law of cosines to do it. But here we're given the triangle in words. It's a word problem. We're going to have to make a sketch and figure out information on a triangle from these words. So when we're talking about directions and compass, we have north and south being opposite directions. We have west and east. Now, in this problem, it's telling us that if you're traveling due east, that's 0 degrees. And that's important. All right, so it leaves this port. So here's the port that these boats are leaving. I'm going to call that point A. The first boat travels due east, or 0 degrees. It travels, it stops here, and it says it drops anchors. It tells us the distance that it traveled, 72.9 miles. All right, so let's call that location point B. There's a second boat, and this boat, it leaves the same port at an angle of 34 degrees. Well, 34 degrees from 0. Now remember that since that's a positive angle measure, it's counterclockwise, so it's heading off here in this direction because this angle right here is 34 degrees. It travels not quite as far, 46.2 miles. So my triangle here is not drawn to scale, but that's not a problem. And it drops anchor, and we're going to call that C. So it wants the distance between these two boats. It wants me to find this length. It's opposite angle A. It wants me to find the length A. So I have a side angle side situation here. If I had a known pair, I would have used the law of sines, but since I have side angle side, I'm going to use the law of cosines. So to find this length A, I go to my reference sheet, and it tells me that A squared is equal to B squared plus C squared. And because it's not necessarily a right triangle, we have this adjustment, minus 2 times B times C times the cosine of angle A. All right, now, since I'm wanting the length A, not the square of A, I'm going to take the square root of each side. And normally when you take the square root of each side in an equation, you introduce a plus or minus symbol, but since distances are positive, I want the positive square root. All right, so let's scoot this over a little bit. Let's substitute in our known values. What we're calling the length B, it was 46.2. Don't forget to square. It's kind of lagging again. It's hard to write. This length C, it was a 72.9. It was the first boat that left. And I've got 2 times this 46.2 and this 72.9. So you'll be able to read it better when I punch it in the calculator because you'll see exactly what I'm keying into the calculator. I just hope I can read my own writing to punch it in correctly. And the cosine of angle A, which was given to me as 34 degrees. Alright, so let's double check that we're in degrees. I've got it fixed around to 2 decimals, that's fine. Over these big distances, well, it gave us a tenth of a mile. Sometimes you just go ahead and round it to the nearest mile. Alright, let's go square root 46.2 squared 72.9 squared minus 2 times 46.2 times 72.9 times the cosine of 34. So I'm getting my distance. Excuse me. All right, I'm back. 43.18, and this is in miles. All right, so that's the distance between the two boats. Hope that helps, and I'll talk to you later.